22 is a resolution supporting the Bexar County Commissioners Court submission of a petition to the Texas Transportation Commission requesting authorization to form a regional mobility authority for the San Antonio metropolitan area as requested by Councilman Carroll W. Schubert, District 9.
Need a motion? Second? Motion and second. Tom.
Yes, this is the Regional Mobility Authority resolution. This resolution supports Bexar County Commissioners Court August 12th resolution to petition the Texas Transportation Commission requesting authorization to form a Regional Mobility Authority, or RMA, for the San Antonio metropolitan area. RMAs are new mobility authorities that operate much like the existing toll authorities. They can build, operate, and maintain newly created toll projects. They can provide a new financing tool which allows counties and municipalities to construct and maintain facilities, operate a turnpike project as part of the state highway system. The Texas Transportation Commission, or TCC, may approve the petition to create an RMA. An RMA must have sufficient public support based on public comments received at public meetings, resolutions of support from affected political subdivisions, the expressed opinion, if any, of the affected metropolitan planning organization. There's many benefits of RMAs. They reduce construction time on projects. They generate revenue for additional transportation projects, provide more local control on transportation infrastructure. They have the ability to issue bonds, can generate toll revenue, and operate much like existing toll authorities to build, operate, and maintain newly created toll projects. It also allows local authorities to build local priority projects that might not receive enough state or federal funding, and toll-generated revenue can be used for other local transportation projects or transferred to the Texas Mobility Fund to be used for TxDOT projects in the area. In terms of background, on December 19th of 2002, the TTC authorized $10 million in Category 12 strategic priority funds to fund toll road feasibility studies on candidate highways. The TTC directed TxDOT staff to expand the authority to expend funds to conduct toll road feasibility studies for a regional turnpike authority, Harris County Toll Road Authority, and North Texas Turnpike Authority project. On January 24, 2003, the toll road feasibility study meeting was held to discuss potential highway segments for toll road traffic and revenue studies. Eligible projects for these RMAs include public transit facilities and equipment, passenger rail or freight facilities, rail preservation, turnpike projects, pedestrian and bicycle transportation facilities, commercial service airports, projects in TxDOT's Unified Transportation Plan, projects in the MPO's long-range plans, and projects along the Gulf Intercoastal Waterway. This item has been coordinated with the San Antonio Mobility Coalition, the Chambers of Commerce, including Alamo City, Greater San Antonio Hispanic, North San Antonio, and Southside, and the Office of External Relations. Staff supports this resolution.
Thank you, Tom. Councilman Schubert?
Yes, members, the resolution which was passed out has been changed slightly, and with Tom's input, and if you'll look at the last whereas clause, this is the one where it says, whereas the City of San Antonio has long been a leader in transportation issues, and the Bexar County Commissioners Court has encouraged input on the formation of the Regional Mobility Authority and is committed to collaborating with the City of San Antonio on transportation projects. The reason that's put in there is under the legislation, Tom, as I understand it, only the Commissioners Court has the authority to appoint the members of the RMA. Is that correct?
Well, there's actually 6 members appointed by the county and
right.
one appointed by the governor.
And one appointed by the governor, but
yes.
that's the authority that was granted in the legislation. And I know our concern has been we want to make sure that we have input into the appointment of
yes,
those
sir.
commissioners on the RMA, since it's going to have an impact throughout this area. And Tom, I want to ask you, do you feel comfortable with this resolution as it's now written?
Yeah, and I think the other thing too is it indicates an ongoing interaction between the city and the RMA and the Commissioners Court, because we are a little bit unique here in Bexar County. We've got a long history of the city really doing a lot of work in the transportation field, and the county is starting to do more of that. whereas in other parts of Texas it was kind of the reverse of that. So we want to be sure and stay plugged into this effort and be able to work with our partners.
And Tom, is it correct that the Transportation Commission's made it pretty clear to the metropolitan areas in Texas that the creation of regional mobility authorities is something they view as important as we look at constructing new projects down the way? Absolutely,
and what they're saying is that we really have to get on a program of helping ourselves regionally, and that's really what was worked out in the legislature by the leadership of Mike Cruzy.
Okay, and basically I know I've heard, and I think you have too on numerous occasions from the transportation commissioners, not only at their forums but at other forums where they've appeared, as well as from Representative Cruzy, that their belief is that the local areas are going to have to fund more of these projects and determine a mechanism in order to increase local funding as long as the legislature decides not to act in increasing the gas tax or any other form of money that would go to transportation. So this concept was created in order to be able to do that more efficiently. Is that correct?
That's right. And in the enabling legislation, the RMAs were given pretty broad authority to do different activities in order to raise revenues, to join into partnerships with private and public entities, and to bring resource to the transportation issue so we can get some solutions going.
All right, and as I understand it, there also the other thing I've heard from the commissioners pretty clearly is that the cities and counties who are aggressive in doing these sorts of things and are somewhat imaginative in increasing local funding probably are going to have a better opportunity of getting their projects funded on a faster basis if they can bring some local assets to the commission. Is that correct?
That's right, and with the authority that the state got through the recent election in September to do some bonded indebtedness for transportation facilities, there'll be, believe, between $3 and $6 billion available over the next 15 years or so to match and to enhance projects to make them total viable.
Okay, and I would ask my colleagues, on this basis, to support this resolution. Thank you, Tom.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Carroll. Councilman Hall.
And this resolution is not an outright endorsement of tolls or anything else at this point. It's primarily an opportunity to begin studying all the variety of aspects that we can do to improve transportation, but then also provide some sort of mechanism for future possibilities and future studies.
That's right. It does. This resolution does not predicate one solution or an array of solutions. It essentially sets up this Regional Mobility Authority board, which can start studying these different avenues to see what kind of transportation solution we can develop for our region rather than a top-down solution that may be promoted by the state.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
But most of the people who are going to use this road, live out in that area. That's who it impacts. Now, when they start coming over here on 35, then we can talk. But right now, the decision we're making next week is 281 and the folks who live and drive out there. And those people can afford a toll.